Greetings, sir and sirettes, and welcome back to ARK Survival Evolved with me, lathrix, and of course the lovely cupboard of artifacts, because what more illustrious thing would you need other than a cupboard to hold the island's most treasured items than, the broken down cupboard? Well, anyway, as we can all see, we now have all 6 of the items, and we have a plethora of the items needed to actually spawn in the broodmother. I think I need a few more vertebrae just because I keep throwing them away. You can get 1 per brontosaurus kill, so they're not exactly a difficult thing to get. But I pretty much have everything there. But today, sir and threats, we're not doing anything to do with that. We're actually doing something to do with a new item. You see, I've only just got back. As you can see, my armour is pretty much broken. I did a bit of hunting with my lovely Rex and managed to get a new bone helmet finally, which I'll be putting here until I get a good helmet, like a higher quality version of the flak armour. But I am yet to repair everything. My pike is still broken, everything is still in a pretty bad way. So today we're going to have quite a relaxing episode. We're not really going to do much, we're going to just test out a new item. And that new item is the, because I haven't actually learned it yet, where is it? I believe it's made in the smithy, and it is the mighty crossbow. There we go, beautiful. So the crossbow is actually some... Have I never actually learned that? Okay, well, I'm going to need that soon, so there we go. The crossbow is something I've actually wanted for a long time, and I actually completely forgot was added, but was added at the same time, well, sorry, the next day. Or was it the first day? Was it made... Okay, it was either the one day before or one day after our lovely, beautiful little pets here were added. Aww. And my new albino one, which I found last night, who someone named... Oh, that's it, let me think. What did I... Okay, I'm actually going to have a look in a second at comments and Twitter and name these things. I got a lovely name for you on Twitter. I can't quite remember what it was, though. And I got loads of names from YouTube for the rest of you. As you can see, I've been getting a few more. There's the thing, I haven't actually been going out after them. It's just been a matter of... They are actually really, really common. They don't really... I can't find them in high numbers, but I can find them everywhere just kind of flitting around. So as I'd hunt with my Rex or something to level it up, I just find some. So anyway, yes, the crossbow. The crossbow is the important thing. Let's start working on that. So the crossbow is, I guess it'd be in range, there we go, is awesome because you can actually fire it underwater rather. Underground, probably if you wanted to hit nothing. You can actually fire it underwater, and it makes tranquilizing arrows more effective. And it also makes regular arrows more effective as well. As in more damage for regular arrow and more torpor damage for tranquilizing arrows. In other words, they're pretty darn awesome, honestly. So we need one. So we need some fibre. Of course we need more fibre. We always need more fibre. And until the lovely monkey is added, the giant ape, which will be added in the future, we will have to manually get it, which kind of sucks. Now, I believe I have all my metal currently in my fabricator. Am I correct in this statement? I might be incorrect in this Where's all my metal? I had more metal than this. What did I do with the metal? Was it all just there unsmelted? Okay, that's curious, because I vaguely recall having actually quite a bit of metal, because, oh no, I haven't ferried it over yet, have I? Oh, no times 2, it's at the freaking gunpowder factory, which I need to name as well. I'll name that either this episode or the episode afterwards. Okay, first of all, let's get naming our little beauties. Okay, I've just went over to the YouTube comments section once more and wrote down a few of the names I like. I don't think I've got enough to fill every single name, but I might do, so let's just start anyway. So, first of all, with our little albino over here, we're going to call you Mercury. Purely because Mercury, of course, is Quicksilver, and Quicksilver is silver, and silver sounds cool, and Mercury is the other name for Quicksilver, so Mercury is adorable. So there we are. Our little hiding fellow over here, you have the right colouring for the next name, which is Sparrow. Welcome to the pack, Sparrow, and here's your level up. I think I'll be focusing purely on health for these guys, because although they're meant to be basically, you're meant to treat them like bullets. They go in, they do damage, they probably die, but they do a lot of damage before they die. I would love for them to actually survive. Okay, the next one, you will be called Flink. All the rest have had almost serious names, and then, well, saying that was called Sparrow, but now you're called Flink. Next, Right, I've already named you. Hello, Pinky. Because you can't quite see it, but you can see the wing segments, the connecting segments are actually, well, pink. I tamed that fellow earlier. Okay, you shall be called. Let's see what's next on the list. You will be Drone. Welcome to the fleet. To the fleet, to the flock. I suppose a flock would be the best thing. Or, you know, I'm going to go out on a limb here and do this. I'm going to call it the murder. Like a murder of crows is a group of crows. These are a murder of, well, evil birds of death. You, my lovely little level 10, shall be called Tiny, because why not? And then the final name I have currently on the list, meaning we have at least one spare, but of course remember, I'm getting more of these every single day. This one is Centurion. There we go, so all of the names on my list are ticked off, and there are definitely other names out there which are certainly good, but that's the names which kind of caught my eye this time. So we have Drone, Pinky, Mercury, Sparrow, Centurion, and Tiny. Aww. And Flink! Sorry, I forgot about you, Flink. Hello, Dusk. You are so creepy when you do that. Okay, let's continue our journey then. So, we need to get the metal, which is currently at the base. So I guess I could also go, okay, then I'll do it. I'm going to go once more, minimizing the screen, and I'm going to get a good name for the beautiful base. Actually, that means I'll need a... Okay, so what do you need for one of the... I haven't done this in a while. What do you need for one of the giant signs? So, signs... We want the giant one here, the wooden billboard. We just need wooden fibre. Okay, that's easy enough since our little mammoth over there already has loads of the first. Back in a second again. Glorious, glorious fibre. Makes for a glorious billboard. Okay, so I have chosen the name. Now, multiple people have suggested this one. By the way, thank you all so much for your comments. I was just looking back at the episode where this was actually revealed, and my lord, over 200 comments already. That's... Oh, as a small YouTuber, that really does warm my heart. Thank you all so much for that. But we have a name. It's going to be called the Powder Keg. Ooh, because that's actually quite a nice name. It's simple, it's nice, and I'll actually remember it. Now, can lathrix remember which way the freaking billboard goes if you place it? By the looks of it, it faces you. Okay, which means I want it, of course, to face outwards, because that just makes more sense to me. Which means I'm going to... Okay, let's see. Is this actually where I think it is? It is, okay. Move back. Oh, it's a shame it's not big enough to hit both of these posts. It's going to get in between them, I guess. About here. Oh dear, it's basically on the forge. Well, I do have enough resources to make another one if I were to destroy this one. And there is some wood left in places. Okay. Let's demolish it and try again. Doesn't help there's night time. What I need to do is stand somewhere else and look in. The problem is there's no stand for me to do that. I'm having enough resources to just quickly build something to do. Okay, so what we need to do... If I scroll out, the problem is it goes like that. So I need to be more careful this time. Being aware that's there. So this time I just need to be closer, basically. So, put myself right in the middle. There we are. Face directly down. Walk backwards, and... there. There we go. Perfect. Excellent. Okay, so, like I was saying, it's going to be called the Powder Keg. Now, I'm not sure who said that first, so I'm not going to give anyone credit. I'm really sorry. As I did say last time, I would put your name unless you said otherwise. But because about 10 people actually said this, and I read them all at the same time, I have no way of really saying it. And also, they were all like 10 seconds apart, some of them, so it isn't even a matter of who said it first. But there we go, the Powder Keg. All lovely and done. Now, how much fibre do I actually have spare currently then? I still have, okay, good, I have 50 fibre, which means we have the metal, which is... Well, I don't have it in my inventory right now, but I do have metal, which is in the forge. Sadly, a lot less than I thought, so I think I've just used it all up as time's gone by. So I'm going to need to do... I've either put it somewhere odd, or I've used it. Either way, it doesn't really matter too much. We're going to need to do some mining. So, let's get back to the base. It'll be daytime in a few seconds, look how fast night time goes. Look at that moon whizzing by. And then we can make ourselves the crossbow and do a bit of scientific testing with it. A glorious morning to be building some weaponry. Okay, so weapons, ranged, and we have the crossbow there. We just need to put in the fibre and, of course, the metal. Then we can make ourselves a little baby crossbow. Yay. Now, this thing isn't very expensive to make, thankfully, but if it does break, of course, unlike the bow, we can't fix it on the fly. That's the only con it seems to have. Now, its fire rate from the video I saw, is surprisingly not too bad. Now, the video was just the default video on the ARK Wikipedia page, so it's not it's one of those weird ones where, like, I find the videos there can be a little bit lacking sometimes, just because they're so short. So obviously they don't go into great detail, which is fine, because that's all you really want on a Wikipedia page. I wonder how strong this is. Now, I have heard, though, from a few people who have been talking to me over Steam this time, that there is currently, it's either a glitch or just not implemented yet, but currently, if you shoot this underwater, it's as if you're shooting through the air, and it has no drag on the shot. So it's actually a bit almost glitchily overpowered underwater when you're timing, which is fine for me, because there's a certain huge fricking thing underwater which I still need to tame. I think it's the plesiosaur or something similar to that. I'll actually have a quick look-see in the next skip just to make sure I'm correct. Although I think I might be incorrect. I might be uncorrect, is what I almost said there. I can't see it on here. Basically, it's the giant Loch Ness monster. Okay, I'm gonna have to Google it now, because otherwise I'll be really annoyed. Yay, I was correct. It is indeed the plesiosaur. Awesome. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go to the beach. We're going to go all the way back to our old base, because of course there's water there, so we can have a bit of taming against the local wildlife. And of course there's also the regular animals there as well, so we can test it versus the regular small herbivores, the dilos and such, because I'm keen to see if one shot can actually tame a dilo, at least knock out a dilo. And also then, of course, we can go in the water and test out against a megalodon or 2, or 10, or 100, or several thousand. One-shotting a stego. Oh, yes, by the way, I did a bit of math yesterday. In fact, let's do some math together right now, so interesting. Now, don't be scared, it's fun math, because it involves damage. You see here, we have the melee damage, which is now a whopping 1,295%, which, of course, is freaking awesome. So I did a bit of googling, and it turns out the Rex's base damage currently is at 80. So of course, if we type in 80 times 1% of that, so it'd be 100. So let's divide this by 100, making it 12.95, because that's how many times we're timesing it by, and then times that by 80. My Rex is currently doing 1,036 damage per bite. Yeah, that's absolutely terrifying, isn't it? So, honestly, this Rex is shaping up to be the Broodmother Destroyer on his own. Purely because the Broodmother has around about 40,000 health. Now, I'm not sure if they can spawn in at different levels, but with the level I've seen people describe, and on the wiki and such, it seems to have around about a little bit more, no, is it 40 or 60,000? See, it's changed, you see, because it's been a while since I've looked. It's either 40 or 60,000, somewhere in that region. It's under 100,000, it's over 40,000, there we go. That wouldn't take long for this thing to absolutely devour, particularly since it's getting stronger constantly. I mean, I'm still leveling this thing up, because I'm always travelling with it, as opposed to travelling with my Argentavis, purely because this thing is actually going. Not only does it have a lot of stamina, as you can see, because I've been levelling up a little bit, and of course it was naturally level 90 when I tamed it, and then it got the boost to 100 and something, but it also, yeah, it also just carves its way through, so it can run fast, it can run for a long time, and there's absolutely nothing on the island I'm scared of when I'm on it, because it can kill anything. I've killed like 3 level 80 Rexes at the same time. I've killed Spinos, as we're about to do here, and all I need to do is just go slightly out of my way and just happily kill them. Oh, of course, another thing is the melee damage actually increases how fast you harvest, so you tend to harvest even the biggest animals in just a few seconds. Allow me to demonstrate. Also, the music's really quiet for some reason. Not sure why. Not sure why. Okay, actually no, before we go, there's one thing I want to discuss, because we're not really doing much today, we're just doing a bit of testing. We can also discuss some other theory. One other thing is, I'm actually now on the lookout for a high-level scorpion. Now, I was told this a long time ago, but it's only recently been confirmed, that the scorpions, depending on their damage, their damage. Okay, I think I'll leave that bit in, but that, certain threat, is what's called a block stammer, when your word simply doesn't come out, and that's what I suffer from. So anyway, what I was trying to say, and trying to word differently to actually speak, is that the damage of the scorpion directly impacts how potent their venom is. And at higher levels, you have much, much more potent venom. So I am looking out for a much higher level scorpion than what I've had in the past, just so we can well, actually use it to tame, because I've never really been able to use them to tame things, because I've always been a bit too aggressive with them. I tend to kill things with them, and of course the idea is you shouldn't just spam sting. The venom acts over the course of around about 10 seconds, so you should sting, then relax, just run away, and then sting again, and carry on with that kind of pattern. So let's have a quick look at you. Ah, darn it. Okay, back in a second once I've actually reached where I want to reach. I'm going to kill these Rexes, and I'm going to go to the right, which is towards the base. Ooh, hello, Rexy. Hello! You are now meat. Yum. Okay, back in a second. Home sweet home. Here we are at last, back at the lovely hunting lodge, way back in the past. Oh, it's still so sweet coming back here and seeing our humble origins, our thatch roofing and everything. It's so nice. And hello Derp, and hello Cookie. How you both doing? How you both doing? Is there... No, okay, it's just a very weird glitch then. I thought there was like another... one of the dolphins sticking through him for a second there, and it's a little bit confusing, but actually it was just a very mild light glitch. Let's give them some treats since we're here, shall we? Here you go, Derp. You can have some glorious raw prime meat. Oh, they all spoiled at the same time. Are you kidding? That's like teasing him. Do you want some prime meat? Well, too bad. It literally just rotted. Okay, so a few seconds once we get it out. It's so bizarre. Well, it's not bizarre, but it rots so quickly. I'm not sure why that is, but there we go. You can have all your lovely prime meat, and then so can you, Cookie. Have a couple of treats. Now, I'm fairly certain I actually prioritise eating regular meat over prime meat if they're just sitting there or even regaining stamina, but I don't know. It's still a treat regardless. Okay, let's do some testing now we're here then. So, that'd be a good test to see how far it can go. I don't think you could put a scope on this. I very much doubt you can add things like the scope and the flashlight. I've actually found the new flashlight as well, which is quite funny. I found it in a purple drop. Recently, I have been trying to do a bit more drop hunting, and what I found is that I've been having terrible luck with it. That's not a tranquilizing gas. Is that It's white. Okay, so apparently in the crossbow it doesn't show its colour. Okay. Plink. Okay, that's 1 hour. Wow. Okay, that was actually very potent then to take down a level 48 dodo in one shot. Because this has a torpor of 114. And that was fairly quick, it was like a second in, so it must have been close to that straight away. Do I want to actually try and tame this? The big problem, of course, is I have very few berries with me right now. At least, I had a few narco berries, but no regular berries. Hello, Dodo. Would you like to be tamed? Maybe if you were a lower level, this might go better. There you go. I've even got some of your favourite berries. Oh, look how fast they get tamed. Plus 22 levels. Wow. Okay, and I'll tame you, and I'll keep you here as the guardian. How about you? What level are you? Okay, level 9. Now, trikes were quite difficult to tame last time, so. It's hard to see how fast the shot's going as well, so it seems to go about the same speed. Okay, I should pace these out as they also do more damage than the regular arrows. So, wait 3 or 4 seconds, and clink. Whoa! Okay, I am convinced. I am convinced that these are far, far better. I'll just let this thing wake up eventually, and it'll be angry at nothing, so I'll be long gone by the time it actually wakes up. Hey, got another purple berry for our little friendly dodo over here. Hello. How you doing? How's it all going? Well, tamed dodos is pretty good. Okay, so onwards to the next test, which of course will be underwater. Resist. 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 I don't have even an arrow. Well, actually, I do have quite a few arrows with me, plus I have a lot of narcotics which can turn into arrows. Hello. Okay, let's go on our little dolphin. So, of course, like I say, this is going to be really helpful when I eventually try to tame the plesiosaur. And I've already got... I think it's plesiosaur, not plesiosaurus, but I might be wrong. I don't really know that much. So, the big thing with that is, it hurts like hell, and obviously I will be killed very quickly if I am actually there trying to tame it. So, the big idea I've got is to use Cookie here, jump off Cookie, shoot it, and then fly, then just go miles away, shoot it again, and so on and so on. But of course, it all depends on if I can actually pull that off. I can't do it right now, purely because they take something ridiculous like 100+ narcotics, even in the easier modes, to actually tame, so obviously I simply don't have the resources to do so right now. Okay, so what I'm looking for then is a shark. And of course, if I see some pearls, then I'll happily grab them as well. Okay, there's a shark. Hopefully he'll come for me, now I'm off the thing. Think that missed. That definitely hit, because it had the wound mark. Okay, yeah, so it does seem like there is absolutely no drag on the arrows. Yeah, it's firing exactly like it was above water. Oh, look, a plesiosaur, really? That didn't take out the okay, well, to be fair, sharks are quite hard to tame. On top of that, it did have the mate bonus, and it looks like it's quite high level. This isn't going to go well. There's a few too many just trying to stay around it. Hello, plesiosaur. How you doing, buddy? How you doing? Well, 35 plesiosaur, okay. Will you fight the sharks? Nope, because you're reactive, not aggressive. Okay. So the test was successful. You can definitely fire them underwater as if you're firing above water, which of course is the big deal. Is that going to follow me? I thought they were really difficult to get to follow. I was going to say, no way you're going to just follow me to a shore now when I'm not ready for you. Well, I need air. Guess who's about to start drowning? If you guessed lathrix, you are correct. Oh, like 1 second of it done. I thought maybe to avoid it completely. Where's bloody sharks? Let's kill the sharks in vengeance. Hello. We sholl of them. Fear the dolphin. Oy, oy, oy. Okay, stay behind them, going for attack. It seems like when they get attacked, they get that like free turn. I think it's to avoid them being completely abused for their slow turning circle. Speed versus strength here. Got hit a couple of times, okay. Dodge, 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 attack, oh crap, right in the middle. Oh, okay, back off for a second. And get behind them. Okay, I wanted to be a bit further back than that. Let's get back to the surface for a second. Thankfully, they're so slow, they're hardly even threatening. Plus the fact this is a very high level dolphin. It's level 57. Yeah, it's level 57, and it's been upgraded purely for combat abilities. Because I wanted at least one murderous dolphin of adorableness. Can you blame me? Still not very much damage per hit though. And since I can't just stay... Okay, let's get off. Get away from there. I was hoping to just do a bit of damage, maybe take out one of them before fleeing, but sadly not this time. Okay, let's force feed it a little bit. Since meat still does this, the heal. Sadly, this doesn't work with fruit, with berries for herbivores. It'd be cool if it did, but sadly it doesn't. I just want to see one of them die from that. Because doing that, I was actually hitting all of them. And thankfully, it is remarkably easy to get out of the fight, so even though it does look like I'm cutting it a little bit thin, it's not like it's actually difficult to suddenly run away, and so far I haven't actually glitched so much I can't move. There we go, back to full health. There's so much harder to kill them when they're groups up. And the fact that they've got the bloody mate bonus isn't helping much either. Yes, 2 of them went down at once. You can't stop me. I'm a dolphin. For derp! I'll just keep eating this one while damaging the last. Is that it? Is that all of them? Oh! I obviously wasn't focusing on myself there. There we go. Mass murder via dolphin. And a lot of meat ate as well. Eaten. Eated. Just get a little bit of that. How much experience do I get per swing anyway? 36.9. That's not bad. So it's per one attack, I get one, so 0.1 experience per animal, and if there's several I'm harvesting from, obviously, I'll get 0.1 per animal I'm harvesting from. There we are, beautiful. Let's get back into our little safety rock. Where is the safety rock? Ooh, blind. There we are. It's the place with the giant carnivore looming over it, obviously. Hello, Patch. I do need to tame a turtle. Oh god, that's bright. You will be tamed later. So what else do I need to do with the crossbow to test it? I could test its range. It's the exact same as a bow by the look of it. It fell like at that stick. Okay. That's pretty straightforward. Okay, sit there. I don't have... Oh god, the dodo. Oh, I bet it's woke up. Or just didn't have enough berries and stopped timing. Dodo. Yeah, there it is awake. That's a shame. Hello, buddy. How you doing? Click. Oh, it's so mean. Oh, the little trike's still asleep, though. Hello, buddy. You seem to actually wake up slower than the dodo. That's amazing. Like, per second velocity of knockout, not the overall knockout, obviously. Alrighty then, so let's get back to the base. I think that concludes today's testing, also today's stammering. Yeah, so sorry about that. My speech has been a bit disjointed the last couple of days, as I'm not particularly well. I mean, it was particularly bad in the recent Robocraft video, the build video, but ugh. That's kind of just what happens when you've got a speech impediment and you have to focus on speaking. As soon as something goes wrong with your throat or your ear, as it is this time for me, it becomes so difficult to speak. It's like an uphill battle. It's still obviously able to be done. I can still speak. It's just stammering is a little bit more common than it should be. I thought that was a dead dinosaur. It was in fact a twig. Okay, let's shoot a parasaur before we go. Hello. The fire rate really doesn't seem too slow, honestly. Click. Was that enough to knock you out? Let's let the poison have its full effect before firing again. Nope, it took two, but only just. The initial poison was good enough. Okay, so it's definitely... Actually, I'm not even sure. How long does it even take for it to have its full effect? Oh, I'm so sorry, my little patchy friend, but I'm about to test on you a poisonous dart. Okay, so... Click. I know, I'm sorry, it's very, very mean, but it's okay. To you, it's like a pinprick. So, it gives 104. Do I still have my bow? Do I still have my bow with me? That's a big question. Okay. So let's test the... So, comparatively. Obviously the same tranquilizing arrow. Let's just let it completely go away. In fact, we do have some stim berries to speed up the process. Then I'll give it a quick shot with this as well. In the same place, at the same strength, which sadly will be max. Although it has been confirmed now that the damage no longer correlates to the initial amount of torpor given. Click. Well, it's definitely slower. Oh! It's about half. Also, I don't seem to be getting the initial knockout. Perhaps because it's a friendly animal. It would certainly make sense. I mean, we did take out the dodo with far more than that. Or it could just be the fact that the Rex has resistance because of its level. I don't really know. But regardless, yes. So the crossbow basically makes each arrow worth double. Okay, so thank you so much for watching, Sunstrets. That will conclude today's experimentation. In the next episode, we're going to start... we're going to kind of finish preparation in terms of weaponry and armor for the Broodmother. Then we're going to sort out things like the auto turret and things like that around the spawn point, which will be the... Let's go into the map for a second, which will be over here, which is the southeast spawning point, the southeast beacon. And that's the one I've chosen to use purely because it's more ground-based. Although it's on different levels, it also does mean the spiders will have a difficult time spawning safely to fight us, and we might be able to get away with fighting a few less spiders than we otherwise would have to. So, like I was just saying, thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed today's a bit of a short episode, and of course, likes, favourite, shares, comments, all that good stuff, helps out me, helps out the channel, and most importantly, shows that ARK Survival Evolved is a series you wish to see continued in the future. Thank you for watching, and goodbye. Have a lovely day, and of course, do take care.